Can you guys hear that rain through my microphone? I don't know if you can. When I tell you the sky just opened up as I started this video, I mean it. Like, it is insane. But we have got a really humongous Amazon haul today. I have a little list here of everything because I didn't want to miss it. We've got 56 items separated out into categories. We've got beauty, home, health, travel, and then kids. The fashion is gonna be in a different video because there was literally so many things I bought this month because I have a few trips coming up. And then of course the big spring sale. So everything is gonna be numbered up on screen and linked in the description bar and comment section for you to shop. And then there will also be like a separate set of links right here that are just like my makeup details and then also like the shelf behind me. I get a lot of questions about that, so I'll include that there. But for Amazon links, they're gonna be in the description bar and comment section, and we will start with product number 1 in the beauty category, and that is the Kitsch Gua Sha Stone, or like Gua Sha tool. I originally had like kind of a fat, thick, stubby one, but once I really got into the research of it and the way to have a like really good routine with it, I found that you actually need one that's a little bit longer and flatter to really chisel out when you're doing like specifically your cheeks and then my head. So I decided to get this one from Kitsch because I really like that brand, and I feel like this thing is just, it chisels out my face, and I really feel like it's made such a difference in the appearance of my face, even though my weight has not changed. So I recommend looking into that, but this has been amazing, and I just do it twice a day in the shower, and it makes a huge difference. Number 2, Cell Liquid Collagen. I'm always hesitant to share this, but supposedly they're back now again. You guys know I've loved this, but they really have gone on and off the market, and it frustrates me to share something that you guys aren't gonna be able to get consistently. So they did change up the bottle, and then they removed the vitamin C from the actual formula that they had. I'm not sure why. They didn't really make much of an explanation for it, but I do believe that that is why it was removed from Amazon for so long and like hard to get your hands on. So I've heard some people say it's different, some people say it's the same. So I was like, let me get a bottle and try it out myself. I'll keep you guys updated for sure. The e.l.f. lip pencils are hands down the best drugstore lip pencils I have ever found. Now, they're very creamy and soft. They don't budge, like they're not gonna smudge or smear, but you have to apply them. And then if you do want to blend them, immediately just start like dabbing with your fingers. If you wait even like 10 seconds, it is going to not move at all. So you do have a little bit of blendability, but they stay put, which I just so appreciate. I feel like the color is beautiful too. They're very, very pigmented and super affordable. The Elastin Skincare, I think is how it's like actually said. I keep wanting to say Elasta Skincare. Hydra Tint was a recommendation from Emily Kaiser. I see her talk about this all the time. And finally I was like, you know what? I'm an oily girl. Let's try it out, because she said this is water resistant for up to 40 minutes and she thinks it would be great on oily skin. And I can confirm it is amazing. Now, it is a skin tint, but it is a very, very light skin tint. So, and you can't pick colors, at least as of right now. I didn't see that you could pick a color, which does kind of suck, but I feel like it's just the perfect lightweight SPF, but it doesn't break up your makeup and it looks good all day. Like it really does just make your skin look super glowy and hydrated without looking greasy and shiny. Number 5, I'm gonna eat my words here, and I've already mentioned this a couple times on my vlog channel. So I said, I love this Tower 28 like hypochlorous spray, I think is how you say it. And a bunch of people were like, try the Amazon one. And I was like, that one broke me out, guys. Why do you keep recommending that? It's because I got the wrong one off of Amazon. So the one that everybody is talking about from Amazon is the Skin Smart brand. And I tried it and I actually like it a little bit more than Tower 28. It does have a little bit of a like smell to it. It's not bad, but it smells like what you would think an antibacterial spray or like antimicrobial spray would smell like. But I actually think this makes my skin softer and more hydrated again without being oily or greasy. But I actually noticed there was one day I was covered in breakouts from IPL. I used the Tower 28 so many times that actually the skin around my eyes was broken out and dry. And I was like, okay, maybe there's like a max amount of times that you could use the Tower 28 spray on your skin. And then equally, the next round of IPL breakouts, I had this and I did the same thing. All day long I was spraying that on my skin and I had not one issue with dry skin. It actually just made my skin softer and softer. I have used this on my boys when they have cuts and scrapes. I used it on Sam yesterday when he got some strange rash from being outside. It is amazing. It's just as good as everybody said. So that's on me for getting the wrong one and then saying I didn't like it, because I do like this one more, and it's 8 ounces and it's like under 20 bucks. So it's a really good price. So number 6 is the different 10% body wash. The reason I purchased this one from Amazon, you can get it from any drugstore, Target, Walmart. It's just because when I actually was talking to Sam about it, they had same day delivery. And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna grab this. I have mentioned before that this is so good for getting rid of acne. I am a girl who gets acne because of bacteria in the air, everywhere. My skin is just so sensitive to it. So keeping this in my routine has not only made my skin look good, but my rosacea actually really does good with the 5%. But Sam is someone who sweats a lot and he's been running a lot. And so I was like, let me get you the 10%. I feel like you would like it a little bit more. You can use it on your body. He did have some breakouts like on his chest and back. I said you can also use it on your underarms, just, you know, to prevent BO, and you can use it on your face if you want. Sure enough, he actually really likes it because it doesn't have any kind of like feeling on your face after. It doesn't leave like a film or anything. It doesn't dry his skin out. He does not have sensitive skin, but it has also prevented the occasional bump. It has helped kill any BO that he may have. So to be someone who's usually like, oh, I'm not into skincare, whatever, he does like the different 10%. But again, you can get it anywhere. I just happened to grab it off Amazon because when we were talking about it, I saw they had it same day. Number 7 is another repurchase, the detox and debloat pills. And every time I share these, I have to do a huge disclaimer because I see people say they take them morning and night every day. If you need to take a detox and debloat pill every single day, you probably have gut health problems and you need to really get to the root cause of that. These are great for the occasional bloating. They help with period bloat, constipation, anything like that, but it's not something you need to take daily. I do take these occasionally, especially when I'm on my period, just to kind of really get rid of any of that like water weight, but I needed a restock. Just make sure you're very careful with these because you also don't want to become dependent on them. Number 8, the Arnica gel. I actually got this because I heard that you can really bruise after you get your tattoos removed, and this is safe to use on a tattoo, like freshly tattoo removed skin. And there are not a ton of products that you can really safely use or should use. You know, they may slow down the process, whatever. And so I grabbed a tube of this, and I also have heard that you can use this like if you have lip filler or if you bruise from like Botox or whatever. But for me, I just grabbed it so that I had it on hand in case I bruised after tattoo removal. And so far I'm on appointment 3 and I have not bruised yet, but I do have some really disgusting scaly skin. Number 9, another repurchase, the Dr. Teal's lavender Epsom salts. I really struggle to find the lavender in stock. I feel like my Target has a ton of the plain Epsom salt and then the eucalyptus, but I can't find the lavender. I think everybody likes the lavender because usually there's a spot for it, but it's not there. So I grabbed this off of Amazon, and I love a good Epsom salt bath. I do it at least once a week, sometimes twice a week, and it makes all the difference in how I feel and how I sleep. Number 10, we have the different 5% wash. I got this as a restock for me because I struggle to find the 5% in store. At least again, like my Target has a spot for it, but it's always missing, where the 10%, they have that in excess. So I do have to get the 5% off of like a website. I would recommend, if you have sensitive skin, if you've never tried anything like this, maybe start with the 5 and then go up to 10, because for me, if I use this too much, I can tell it actually does dry my skin out. But like I've said, my rosacea really likes this. It's very calming. It helps keep the bacterial acne away, but also it does help with like BO or anything like that. Number 11, the Grande Lash Serum. I restocked on this month, and I think this is literally my like 9th or 10th tube. I have a lot of these, and I will sometimes buy, like if they have a sale of just like the small one, I'll go ahead and buy it just so that I have one just in case, so I never run out. I literally can't stop buying these. I will never stop using them because my lashes have never looked so good. Number 12, this vanilla body mist is, I have to stop saying I'm not a vanilla girl because clearly I am at this point. I have seen a lot of people talk about this, and I was like, it's a body and hair mist. Like, I don't understand the hair part, but the Rare Beauty Find Comfort spray that I love so much is like a hair and body mist. So one day I sprayed that in my hair. I was like, all right, let's see. Yes, it actually stays in your hair all day, and your hair smells so good. It's like every time you like turn your head, you just have this beautiful smell that comes up. And so I grabbed this, and it's the vanilla one. It is a dream, a literal dream. I love vanilla scents apparently, and I'm never, like, I want to buy an extra bottle of this to put in my car. because it smells so good, and just every time I'm like, ah. And if you are a girl who doesn't believe that we should have scents, that's fine. I do. We can agree to disagree on that. So the storm officially ended. I did switch up my lighting a little bit, and we will get into number 13, which is the retainer cleaner. Now, I wanted to include this in the beauty just because I didn't really know where else to put it, but yeah, keep your retainers clean. I only have a bottom one, and that thing can get gross very fast, so clean them every day. This is a little tablet that you can soak your retainer in, and it doesn't taste bad, so that's all I really have to say about that, but we did want to put that in the beauty category. Number 14 is this mouthwash. I actually ran out of my Lumino one that is like a whitening mouthwash, and I just wanted to try something different. I see Emily Kaiser talk about this one, so I've tried it, and so far I really like it. I think that it definitely does help with fresh breath, which is a huge pet peeve of mine. You need to have fresh breath, so I've been very impressed so far. And number 15 is actually, it's technically a repurchase, but just I want another one because I love my other one so much. I have a small white pocket mirror that I carry in my purse, and I bought this one in a pink this month because I wanted to keep one in my car, just for makeup touch-ups. You just never know when you're gonna need a mirror with a light, and the light on this is bright. So I do keep this as kind of a backup, and it's just tiny and compact and perfect. The final product for the beauty category, number 16, is the retainer cleaning case. And that is basically the best thing I've purchased like in the history of time, because I had looked up, like, I was kind of confused why my retainer case always seemed to be dirty, and I was always having to clean it too, even though the retainer was clean. I went down a rabbit hole. You probably need to throw out those like gross retainer cases that are real cheap that your orthodontist gives you. Get this one. It also comes with a little bottom compartment, so you can actually clean your retainer in the bottom and then store it in the top. I am super happy I got rid of that old little dingy case that came from my orthodontist. It was just nasty, okay? These things go in your mouth. You need to keep them clean, and I am like hypersensitive about that, so get the retainer case. Number 17, this is super funny and random and kind of extra, but we are in the home category now, and I got the Mackenzie Childs cookie jar for our OxyClean in our laundry room. I have Mackenzie Childs kind of like sprinkled throughout our house, and I just love it, and I love the mocha check, but I wasn't vibing with my laundry room setup, so I wanted to switch out the jars, and I was like, what if I got something that's Mackenzie Childs? It's extra, I know, but it actually looks so good. Number 18, another repurchase. I've said this before, and I'll say it again, like, if you're someone who only wants new things, my channel's probably not the place for you, because I am gonna be the one who, like, I use the same thing over and over and over again, because if I like it, I'm going to talk about it over and over, and you guys are gonna know that I actually use these things. This Tenco floor cleaner, I think this is my 9th time repurchasing these. I think it either said 8 or 9, because I use my Tenco constantly, because we have hardwood floors throughout our house. We have 2 toddlers and animals, and so I just constantly need it. And Amazon has the best price, but definitely the best accessibility for getting your hands on it. I find that like stores around here do not have that like Tenco floor cleaner that I prefer. Number 19, I actually wanted the Mackenzie Childs cutting board, but $200 for a block of wood is highway robbery. Okay, that's insane. And this randomly popped up on my Amazon. Like, Amazon recommended this to me. I was like, yes, add to cart. Right now, I think it's under 40 at retail price, and then it like had a few coupons. I'm not quite sure where its like base price is that it usually sits at, but it ain't 200 bucks, and it's beautiful. And I am not even kidding you when I say I have only shared that I think 2 times on my social media so far, and I have sold so many of them because people are like, I love it, it looks like Mackenzie Childs, but it is not that price tag. Number 20 is this adorable small round picture frame. I do still need to get a picture in it, which is a huge pet peeve of mine to have a picture frame that's not like ready yet, but I love the way this looks. Old and antique, but it's tiny. I think just like a cute black and white picture of my boys would be adorable for my nightside table. And so when I saw this, I just couldn't resist it. Number 21, I actually had some very specific things in mind that I wanted for another drying mat in our kitchen. One of them being that I didn't want like a material that's going to soak up the water. I wanted the water from any dishes that I'm drying to sit on top of this mat, because I found that I was basically getting out my drying mat and then having to let it sit out and dry on its own, or like throw it in the dryer, and it was just kind of a needy little thing. So I like this checker print roll up drying mat, because you literally can just wipe it off after you're done using it, and then you put it underneath your sink. Like, you can roll it up and just throw it under your sink. So yeah, if you want something that's going to absorb the water, don't get this one. But for me, I was so sick and tired of having a wet or damp drying mat, and so that's why I got this one. Number 22, this floral vase right here that I have my flowers in from my birthday that Sam got me. I actually transferred them to this because I needed to change the water out in hopes to keep those flowers alive longer, and I think they're just so pretty in that floral vase. I think it kind of has an antique look, but it works with like my modern decor in our home, so I really love it. It did leave a water ring on this table, but I do think it's this table. This table kind of has a couple already. It's a little bit cheap just from like Target. I've had it for a few years, but just a heads up, if you do purchase this, it does kind of have like a darker bottom to it, so just make sure, you know, you like sit on something and really test it out first, because I guess just like, I don't know why there was a water ring. There wasn't water coming out, but I did notice a ring on the table. Did I explain that correctly? I don't think I did. There was a water ring. Make sure you check it out first before you put it on an important piece of furniture. There we go. Number 23, door stoppers, because why is my child always shutting doors? Roman Ward, leave the doors open. Okay, so I have two of these. One, we actually just use it outside for our back porch, but two, I use it in the laundry room because I don't know what it is, but I'll go in there to do the laundry and he comes and shuts the door behind me. I don't want to be locked in here. No, sir. Door stoppers it is. Number 24, these short bench straws. I have been all about my cute little icon glasses this month and my cute little like Diet Cokes and green teas or whatever, and I actually despise long straws sticking out of short cups. It annoys me and they have a tendency to fall out, but I also am a straw drinker, so I grabbed these short glass ones. They did come with two little cleaning tools, and I love the color variety of these and found them pretty easy to clean, so they're very cute and I drink them with my icon glasses. Number 25 is this mouthwash cup. Now I will say, I think this is kind of made for like water at your bedside table. No, I'm just gonna literally carry my Stanley in here. But the top on this is pretty big, so you need like a little bit of mouthwash to actually like get your whole mouth. I poured way too much the first time and I was like, oh, this is excessive. So just be cautious, because I think this is actually like for water. But I use this for storing my mouthwash and it looks very nice. Number 26 has saved my sanity. These reflective discs help keep the birds away. We have had birds trying to make nests in our lights, which, like, listen, bud, you can make a nest anywhere on my porch. You can't make a nest in my light, okay? Please stop trying to do that. And then we also have had birds trying to fight themselves, like flying into our window at the most insane speed. And I'm not a bird fan, but I don't want them to die. I don't want that. So I also don't want my window broken. And I swore to you they were going to. I literally hung 3 of these that were 3 discs each in the window and have not had the first issue with the first bird even flying close to our house. They're fully adjustable, so you can make them super long, you can make short ones, you can make multiples. We hung just one 3-piece little disc in like 3 windows. Birds have gone away completely. Don't know how long we're gonna have to keep these up, but I tried everything else and literally this is the only thing that works. So the birds are safe and so is my sanity. Number 27, we needed extra cabinet locks because, again, Roman Ward. That's the explanation. Roman Ward is my feral child. You would think it's the redhead. It's the second child. My first one, he's the like sweet little proper, oh yes, mommy, please, you look so beautiful. Roman, we needed cabinet locks because of that thing. He is crazy. Number 28, the rolling laundry hamper that I am stupid excited about. I have kind of taken over doing laundry in our house. Sam was always someone who did it, but I just wanted to stop doing it on the weekends, which is when he prefers to do it, and kind of really focus on getting it all done during the week so that we could just hang out with the boys on the weekends. That was taking up so much time. And with that, I carried those bags from that hamper in our room for like a week straight to the laundroom. And I was like, no, we're not doing this. I'm not doing this anymore. So it's high maintenance, but I love the laundry hamper with wheels because it just is gonna make my life easier. And I hate laundry already, so why not? Number 29, this happy birthday banner. I like that it's reusable, and you guys, I literally have almost a 3-year-old. If I think about it too much or talk about it too much, I will sob hysterically because that precious angel baby came into my life 3 years ago on April 8th, and I can't believe it, but growing up, my mom, even now, I'm 30. I just turned 30, and my parents have always made a big deal out of our birthdays. They're like, you get one day a year that's all about you. It needs to be about you. And so I want to do that for my children. And I'm going to be that mom that, like, they wake up with balloons, they wake up with banners, they wake up with whatever. Like, I want to just make it fun. And I know that this banner is so simple, it's super cheap, and it is going to bring so much joy to my child. So I grabbed that, and I can't wait to use it on his birthday. I don't want his birthday to come though. Number 30, this outdoor like chaise lounge. I got one on the Amazon big spring sale before we actually found some at Target. Now the ones from Target are like Adirondack chairs. I wanted something that I could lay out on because I figured if I'm gonna be outside with these little gremlins, I might as well have something that I can like fully lay out on. And to be honest, I mean, it's not super expensive. It's decent quality. If I was to like furnish, you know, if in a few years we would love to get a pool, I would not buy this chair to furnish like around my entire pool. Like, I would want something that's a little bit nicer, but just to like sit outside with my kids, get a little bit of sun, and be able to lay fully out, I really do like this one, and I think that the quality is decent. Number 31, the McKinsey Child's tea kettle. I make green tea 2 to 3 times a day. I drink matcha now. Like, I drink a coffee in the morning and then a matcha after that, like iced matcha, but you still need to make it with hot water. So I use it for that. So I was using my tea kettle a ton, and that 3-quart tea kettle is just massive. 2 quarts is still big, but again, I also love that mocha check that McKinsey Childs came out with. And so I was like, you know what? I really wanted this one in a different pattern anyway, in a smaller size. So let's just go ahead and get it, because I am using my tea kettle like honestly 4 or 5 times a day at this point. So I'm getting my money's worth out of it. And number 32 is a rice cooker. I was not sure if I wanted to do this. If I wanted to get one, it just seems like a gadget. And my mom was like, I have one. Like, I'm obsessed with it. Why don't you just try mine and then decide if you want to get one? Literally, the rice finished cooking, and I got on Amazon and I was like, add to cart right now, because this also can make like risotto in here. You could do quinoa in here. It does seem gadgety, but like, I'm telling you, it is literally the fastest process. And in order to get the healthiest rice, you actually don't need to use like 5-minute rice. You need to use like long grain, like white rice, or, you know, there's so many different kinds, but you need to use the kind that's like in a bag that should take you like 20 to 30 minutes to make. A rice cooker, no, it's like 5-10 minutes. And you can put a little bit of like bone broth in there to add more flavor. You can add butter to it if you want. You can add a little bit of olive oil to prevent it from bubbling. I have never in my life been so excited about a random little gadget, but I want to make sure I get my carbs in, and it just makes everything go super fast. Now we are into the health. I want to be very just like, make sure, because I sometimes get people who are really mad at me for including this. I am going to talk about some like bars that I'm eating, some like supplements, but I do have, I think it actually already went live, a supplements video that I did with extensive talk about all the supplements that I take. I'm not going to go into the benefits of them in this video, but I will be talking about them. So if that is something that like triggers you, just skip over the health section. However, number 33 is just a 50-ounce cup. I wanted a clear cup, something that I could see through. I did find this one that says it's BPA free, but I specifically wanted one for the gym because I don't mind my electrolytes, but I am just like, when I'm working out, I'm an ice cold plain water girl. And for me, I feel like I needed to just be like, okay, just chug the electrolytes. Come on, you're almost there. You're almost done. And I think just like seeing them in this cup just makes it easier to like, you gotta finish the electrolytes. So it's cute. It's 50 ounces, does not keep your drink cold for a long period of time. But like for those quick gym visits that I go to for like an hour, hour and a half in the morning, this is perfect. Now, number 34 is a super gut bar. I saw a ton of people talk about this brand, and I originally kind of shied away from it because it said like GLP-1 boosting. And to me, I just was like, what does that mean? And I wanted to kind of do a little bit more research on it. Now, I am not knocking anyone who's doing GLP-1s. I have friends and family who have done it, and they look amazing and are super happy with it. But that's just not something I wanted in like my fitness and health, journey, and specifically my food. I just didn't understand. So basically I looked up, and it says that they have done research that GLP-1 hormone can control metabolism and blood sugar levels. And it actually, there are like ways to like do supplements and food, and it can like basically affect that GLP-1 hormone in your body. So that is what, when that brand has like that GLP-1 hormone tag on there, like that's what they mean. But I actually saw a lot of people say that this is a really great brand for fiber, for gut health. They make really good high quality products. And so I really wanted to make sure I was like putting a prebiotic into my diet, because I do eat high protein. And when I started eating these bars, I actually did notice, like there was one time I was eating 2 of them. I ate the strawberry almond and then the chocolate back to back just to see which one I liked more. And my stomach was like, that's not a thing. Don't do that again. So they work. They work. They're good fiber bars. But I just needed that in my diet, but I just have to like make sure I put a little asterisk in there that it says GLP-1 boosting hormone on it, or GLP-1 something on there. And that threw me off for a minute, but I did a lot of research. It's not like Ozempic, it's literally a bar. But that brand does have that on a lot of their stuff, which leads me to product number 35, and that is the fiber. Now, this has been an absolute game changer in my diet. I am not someone who has struggled with a lot of bloating, constipation. I feel like I used to, and I just maybe didn't realize it or didn't really pay attention. But now that I eat high protein and I'm eating those nutrient dense foods, and I'm also prioritizing things that maybe help with bloating, I've noticed this has really made a big change. Now, you do not need to eat probably more than like a protein shake and a protein bar in a day. Most of your protein needs to come from whole foods, from nutrient dense foods. But any excess protein, it can still definitely like back you up. So you need a fiber, you need like a prebiotic or something else. And this is absolutely amazing, but it's also not gonna have you sprinting to the bathroom, which is a huge benefit. Number 36, I have been super happy with this brand. It's the Thorne brand. This is the creatine that I have actually started taking that I talked about in that video, but I started taking this DHA. Sam was like, I really need to start taking it. He said, my joints have been clicking a lot more lately. And I was like, you know what? Mine have too. Like, I'm 30 now. I need to take something. And I actually noticed very quickly, I would say about 8 or 9 days of taking 2 a day of these, I noticed that my joints definitely have a significantly less amount of like clicking. I have less just like aches, and someone joked like it's kind of like moisturizer for your joints. So that's very important. And Sam and I both have had really good benefits from it, but it is something we also need in our diet because we're not huge fish people. So I really like the Thorne brand. It is a very good brand. My dad's a big fan of it, and he is super picky about what he puts in his body. So very happy with this one. So that is why we chose to go with the Thorne DHA and like EPA. Number 37, I grabbed some decaf green tea just because I wanted a big pack of it because I drink this in excess. I have started drinking warm green tea after every single meal. Again, that helps so much with digestion. It makes me feel so full. I just love like sipping on my warm tea now. It's become my whole personality, and I even drink it before bed. I struggled to find the decaf at our local grocery store. They had the regular brand, like just caffeinated kind. But again, I drink so much of the decaf as well that like I wanted to buy a bulk, which was the 4-pack. Number 38, matcha mix. I love the jade leaf. This is the one that I've purchased before. I know that some people are very specific about their brands, but I've always really liked jade leaf. I don't think it's too grassy, but I do still think it like tastes just like good matcha, but it's organic, ceremonial matcha mix. Number 39 is this little matcha like making set. So you're gonna need a couple things to like make your matcha appropriately. You can find so many videos on TikTok about it, but I just love this. I actually had one prior to moving, and then I quit matcha when I was pregnant with Ro because I just could not stomach it at all. So I tossed on myself. I was like, oh, I'll never be able to drink it again. And I actually have really loved it lately because I'm trying to cut back on my caffeine. I'm not trying to cut it out. I'm realistic, but I'm trying to cut back. And matcha has a little bit versus like a regular cup of coffee. So what I do in the morning, regular cup of coffee, and then my iced matcha, and it is so delicious. And it's actually not, like it doesn't take that long to make. Now, number 40, I don't want you to come at me if you're a matcha snob, but I did get a brown sugar syrup with a pump. That's number 40. And I really like doing 1 pump of the brown sugar syrup in my matcha. I think that it kind of neutralizes that taste without making it taste too sweet. And that leads me to number 41, which is the chai syrup with the pump. I like that it comes with a pump, but these are very long and tall. So if you don't have a ton of storage space for that, maybe get separate bottles for it. But the chai, I think it just gives it that really good chai tea taste. And again, it doesn't make the matcha too sweet either. So I really do like this one, which leads me to number 42, which is the vanilla syrup with the pop. So the vanilla syrup is for those days when I want a little bit of sweetness. Again, I don't like my matcha super sweet, but I just sometimes am in the mood for just a little something, and this I feel like kicks that craving. So I've seen some people say, like, if you guys need to just admit, if you're adding syrup to your matcha, you don't like the taste of matcha. That's insane. That's like telling someone who puts creamer in their coffee that they don't like the taste of coffee. It's not true. People are allowed to have different tastes, so don't come at me. Number 43, honey. Why I got this on Amazon, I don't know. It literally came in and I was like, you could have gotten this at the store. I think it was just I was like buying all my matcha stuff together and I was like, yeah, I need more honey, let's go with it. But yeah, I bought honey on Amazon. It's weird, I won't do it again. And then number 44 is the bulk of the green tea that is caffeinated. I keep these separate so we don't make any mistakes, because even 1 gram of caffeine in the afternoon will make a whole difference in how I sleep that night. But sometimes I do want just a little boost. I think it's like 25, 50, somewhere in between there, milligrams of caffeine. And it'll even tell you, like, if you add more water, it actually dilutes it a little bit. So I just absolutely love my green tea. I cannot stop drinking it. Now we're into travel. I did have a good number of things because, again, I have a trip coming up at the end of April. We're gonna go to Tennessee with some friends for literally just one night. We're gonna go see a comedian, we're gonna go shopping, and then in May, I'm going for 2 days to New York with my mommy and YouTube, and I'm so excited. So number 45 is this clear makeup bag. I have become a clear bag girl. I love a good floral bag, good cute makeup bag, whatever, but I like to see my stuff and really be able to kind of like visually reach for it before I'm actually reaching for it. And so that is why I grabbed this one, because I have seen so many people talk about this bag on like TikTok, Amazon, YouTube, you name it. I have seen everybody talk about this bag, and it looks like a designer bag, but it's like a fraction of the price. Number 46, I feel like you can never have too many toiletry bottles, and I'm really trying to get better about not traveling with full-size toiletries. It's a lot. And although I have bags where I can fit my full size, I did get this gold toiletry set because I wanted this to really be for my my skincare, my hair care, and my face things, versus number 47, which is my silicone 3-ounce bottles. I want this to be like shampoo, conditioner, soap. These I am going to keep and wash. They do come with their own little bag that is TSA approved, but I just definitely am trying to get better about really taking travel size items and not full size and throwing them into my check luggage. Number 48, I got this 10-pack of shoe bags because I'm not planning on taking 10 pairs of shoes to New York, but my mom is going with me, and I figured it would just be nice. We could kind of divide them down the middle and take however many pairs of shoes we wanted. I am a weirdo about shoes and hotels. And this does seem wasteful, but I am someone who I will actually take a pair of bedroom slippers when I am in the hotel. I cannot walk around barefoot. It's gross to me. I don't care. I can't do it. I can't even do socks. It's just, So I wear the bedroom slippers the entire time I'm there. And then literally before I leave, I throw them in the trash and do not bring them home. I could wash them, but that just is still kind of gross to me. I can't shake that out of my head. So that is the only thing is I'm pretty weird about shoes and keeping them all separate or whatever, but I have these just for my shoes that I'm taking to wear during the day. But when I'm in that hotel room, I am a bedroom slipper girly. Number 49, I also am going to bring these little travel jars with me because I do have, I've gotten pretty into body lotions and body oils and things. And I just feel like I'm romanticizing every part of my skincare routine and wellness routine right now. And so I want to stick with that when I travel. So I grabbed these little pot jar things, and I'm gonna be taking those as well with my lotions. Number 50 is actually a pill organizer, but I have another one I'm gonna talk about in a minute, and this is the one that I recommend if you are actually taking supplements, pills, or anything with you, because the size of these compartments is really nice. They're all kind of even and make sense, but those DHA pills are massive horse pills. And so I needed something, because I'm not taking the whole bottle with me on a 2-day trip, but I still needed something that could kind of separate all of it out. And so this is the one I recommend for supplements, whether it's a week, a couple days, what have you. And then number 51 is the pink, technically pill organizer, but I actually don't recommend using this for your pills. I use this for hair bows, bobby pins. I keep my True Lime and my True Lemon in this. the large one can actually fit a Touchland hand sanitizer in it. So it's really nice that you can just have all of that kind of like emergency stuff that you need, and it's still organized and tucked away. But because the compartments on these are a little bit different, I just wouldn't recommend this one for pill organizers, but that's just me. My Hot Tools bag, I cannot find it anywhere. I had a black one that I took with me to California in October, can't find it. Don't know where it is. I'm sure I'll find it at some point now that I've purchased another one. But this was absolutely amazing because, you know, when you're like getting ready to leave and then you like wrap up your curling iron or straightener or whatever and it's hot and you're standing there like, okay, I can't throw this in my suitcase. You actually can throw that in this and it's not gonna get on anything else. So it also is a little mat, so you can like roll it out and your Hot Tools will sit on this and they won't damage like the carpet, the counter, anything like that. So yeah, can't find my black one, so I had to get another one. Number 53, neon luggage tags, just simply because you need a luggage tag. And I went to go look at a customized one from Stony Clover and it was $75. I'm sorry, that is highway robbery. So we got a little 10 pack off of Amazon for like $8. Number 54, these aloe wipes, I have talked about them time and time again, and I always get made fun of. People are like, you're such a germaphobe. Like, did that happen with COVID? No, babe. Germs are disgusting. We literally watched a video in like 8th or 9th grade. It was 9th grade, I think, in chemistry. I will never forget it as long as I live, because it was talking about germs and how easy they are to spread, and even like clean people just don't realize how gross you are. And then you add public transportation into that? Nope. No, people are disgusting. I don't want your sickness. I don't want your funk. I don't want to take it home to my kids. So I am that person who I get somewhere and I just like wipe my area. But these also are very, very like hand softening wipes. So I do have a tendency to kind of like, I'll use a Clorox wipe or something, and then I'll like just use these on my hand, and they smell really good. So I just got little individually wrapped ones to take with me and my mom to New York, because she's just as much of a germaphobe as I am. Maybe we are germaphobes, but that wasn't because of 2020. It's because people are disgusting, okay? They're gross. The last two products are kids products. So if you have made it this far and are interested in seeing those, then definitely thank you so much for watching, and click that subscribe button. Drop a little green heart emoji in the comment section if you made it this far. I always think there's no way anyone's ever gonna get this far in my videos, and then I will see the comment sections full of the emojis, and it just like makes my heart grow 10 sizes. Like, I just love you guys so much. You're the most loyal, amazing people. But for number 55, I got my little boys these superhero capes, because Ezra is very into saying he's a superhero right now, and it makes my heart so happy. They are like little knockoff superhero capes. Like, they've changed them enough that like they're not actually Avengers logos. And also like Spider-Man doesn't have a cape, and I don't think I think only like one of them has a cape, but Ezra absolutely loves it, and he runs around going, I'm a superhero, in his little mask, and it's just precious. So I got him a 6-pack of these. And then number 56 are my favorite cups of life. They're the Contigo cups. You can, after time, like the boys can bite little, especially Roman, whenever he was like really hardcore teeth on the bottom, he would like chew, kind of like gnaw over and over and over again into the mouthpiece of the Contigo cups. So we just needed to replace them. We like these because they are 100% leak proof. So I grabbed a couple of these the other day on Amazon. We're done. 56 items, you guys, and I am planning on filming my fashion video after this. So I got 26 more items. I'm gonna be so sick of hearing myself talk. And I'm sure you are too, but thank you guys so much for watching. I truly do love you, and I'm so grateful for you, and just so appreciative of your love for all these years. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah.